There's a moment that I think a lot of us have had. You're on your phone, you're just scrolling, and then you see her. She is 26 years old, maybe 27 years old, give or take. And her business is popping. Her brand is everywhere. In her life, it looks like a whole vision board. And then you sit there, and something in you goes really quiet. And then a voice, a sneaky voice, a quiet voice, but a very sure voice, but very sure of itself. It says, "You missed the boat. The window is closed. You are 50 years old now." If you've been there, you'll know exactly what I mean. That voice is not new, and it is not just you. A lot of people are feeling this change and this pull between who they have been and who they still want to become. And today, I want to talk about that voice because I have something important to tell you about it. That voice is absolutely not wisdom. That voice is 100% fear. And there is a very big difference between the two. Let me tell you where I'm coming from. I'm Haitian and I am an immigrant. I worked at MIT and I graduated from Boston University cum laude in computer science. And for a long time, I had built a life that looked like success from the outside. But there was a time between all of that when I lost everything. I had no money, no plan. And for a short period of time, no hope. I also chose motherhood. And after a layoff, my son was 6 months old. And daycare was money that we just did not have at the time. So I became a stay-at-home mom. I even homeschooled him for a little while, and I would not trade that time for anything in the world. But then he grew up. He went to college. And I looked around one day and thought, now what? I had given so much to my family, to other people's businesses. I had given so much to building other people's dreams. And I am 50 years old and I am scared. Here's what I have come to understand. When Black women reach 50 years old, the dreams, they do not go away. If anything, the dreams, they get louder. But so does the fear. And the fear is very tricky because it sounds very logical and it sounds like common sense. It also sounds like wisdom, but it's not. So today we're going to name every single one of them, and we are going to do this out loud because you cannot fight something that you do not acknowledge. So fear number one is, I missed the boat. I missed my window. We live in a world that acts like success. It comes with an expiration date. So you scroll online and you see 25 years old who have already built an empire. And you start doing the math in your head, and the math does not work out in your favor. So you tell yourself, I missed the boat. I missed the window. But I want to ask you something. Since when did pivoting had some age requirement? Since when did I'll start when the time is right became a whole personality? We are literally out there counting ourselves out. And when everything we have been through gives us every reason to count ourselves in. The second fear we have is, I gave everything to everyone else. Is it even okay to want something from me now? And some of us, we gave decades to our family. Some of us, we were the financial spine of our entire household. We were supporting kids. We're even supporting parents. And sometimes for immigrants, we're supporting siblings too. And so when the idea of pivoting, it comes up, we feel this guilt, this feeling that wanting something for ourselves is selfish, that you've used up your turn. And I'm going to say this to you directly. You are not being selfish. You're finally being honest with yourself. The third fear that we have, we ask ourselves, who's going to take us seriously at this age? Ageism is very real. And when you are a Black person and a woman on top of that, You are dealing with layers that most people do not see or do not understand. So there is a real fear of being dismissed, a real fear of being seen as someone who is behind, of walking into a new space and being the oldest person there. I hear that, and I am not going to pretend that people will not underestimate you, because some people will, but they have never seen someone like you show up. And when you do, I don't think they will know what hit them. Okay, the fourth fear is, what if my body does not cooperate with the dream that I have? And a lot of Black women at 50 years old are dealing with real health issues, perimenopause, chronic stress, burnout, decades of carrying things quietly because that is what we were taught: to be strong, to handle it, do not complain. And sometimes we don't complain because we want to be there for our family. And now our body is asking for something different. And the fear is, what if I just do not have enough left to give? Resting is not quitting, and pacing yourself is not failure. You can build something real at a pace that will honor your body. And fear number 5 is, what will my community say? This one is especially heavy when you come from a community like mine, when you are Haitian, when you are from an immigrant family, when your people already had a very specific vision of what success is supposed to look like for you. Leaving a stable job, starting over at 50, starting a YouTube channel, that's not what success looks like in my Haitian community. And some people in your life, they will not get it. And some people will talk, and some people will worry about you out loud to you. And that fear of being misunderstood, of being pitied, it can keep you stuck for years. And a lot of people are feeling this change. The ones who move forward anyway decide, I am not doing this for them. I am doing this for me. Okay? And fear number 6 is, if I stop being this person, then who am I? When you have spent 25 years being a corporate person, the executive, or the nurse, or the one who looked like she had it all together, that identity, it becomes everything. It is how people know you, and it is how you even know yourself. And stepping away from it, even towards something better, it feels like a loss. And there is some kind of grief in reinventing yourself that nobody warns you about. And that grief is very real, and it deserves to be acknowledged. All right, so fear number 7 is, what if I try and I find out that I'm just not good enough? This fear is the deepest one because it is not really about age. It is the fear that the dream, it was never yours to have. That the gap between who you are and who you want to become is just too wide. Or that maybe the people who doubted you, they were right all along. So you stay in the safe version of your life, because if you never try, you're never going to officially fail. So if you've been there, you know exactly what I mean. So don't let that stop you. And I want to talk about the moment that changed everything. I was too sitting with that voice one day, and really sitting with that voice and trying to figure out why it felt so convincing. And something clicked for me, and that voice that tells you that it's too late, that voice is not wisdom. It is fear. And it's okay to feel that. And here is why you tell the difference between the two. Wisdom, it makes you think more clearly, but fear, it just makes you freeze. And you need to see the difference, because once you do, you cannot unsee it. For a very long time, I had been treating fear like it's facts. I had been giving it authority. But I had to reframe that. So let me ask you this. What if everything you have been calling a disadvantage, it's actually the thing that sets you apart? Because at 50 years old, you are definitely not starting from zero. You are starting from a lot of experience, and there is a massive difference there. And here's what I mean by that. You have a lot of assets. Assets like your life is a whole experience that cannot be faked. That 26-year-old online, she's absolutely amazing, but she has not navigated what you have navigated. She has not survived what you have survived. She has not bounced back from what you have bounced back from. So you cannot buy life experience. You cannot download it. You cannot take a course. You cannot go to college for that. You have to live it. And you have lived it at 50 years old. Okay. The second asset that you have is that you are no longer afraid of failure. Because between 20 and 50, most of us have been through something. We've been through a layoff. We've been through a loss. We've been through heartbreak. We've been through a moment where everything fell apart. We've been broke, homeless. So I told you, I've been there. No money, no plan. Okay? No hope. And I'm still here. If you're watching, you've been there, you are still here too. So this means that failure is not something new to you. It is like that neighbor who keeps showing up every now and then. And at this point, you open the door and say, oh, you again. I know how to handle you. So that is not a weakness. That is one of the most powerful things that a person can have. The third asset that you have at that age is that you are absolutely done performing. In your 20s, you were still figuring out who you are. You were trying to fit in some circles. You were trying to be what everyone needed you to be. But at 50 years old, that chapter is long gone. You are no longer doing things to make other people comfortable. You are doing things because they bring you joy, because they are true to who you actually are now. And that kind of clarity, you cannot get it young. You have to earn it. All right. The fourth asset is technology is on your side right now in a way that it has never been before. When I started my business, we did not have what exists today. Things that used to take months, now they take days, even hours. So you can build a brand from your laptop, from your phone. You can launch a business from your kitchen table. You can reach thousands of people without leaving your house around the world. The access has never been more equal. And you have the wisdom to use it well, not just with hustle, but with the wisdom that you've acquired, that you've earned all those years. I want to be honest with you also about something. The mistake that I made was waiting. I spent years telling myself that the timing for some things was not right. I had ideas sitting in notebooks in my Google Drive, offers that I never launched, content that I never posted because I was waiting to feel ready. I was waiting for the fear to go away before I moved. But here's what I know now. The fear, it does not go away first. You have to move first, and then the fear has to catch up with you. So let me bring this all the way home. That voice is coming for you again. Probably today, maybe the moment that this video ends, it is going to whisper, you're too late. You are too old. Your window has passed. You missed the bus. And when it does, I want you to answer, not with arguments, not with anger, but with the truth of who you actually are, because you have life experience that no amount of money can buy. You have survived things that would have broken someone younger. You have a clarity about what matters that only comes with time. You have made peace with failure in a way that makes you dangerous and fearless. You have stopped performing for everyone else. And that is not someone who has missed their window. That is someone who is finally free to build. And there is a version of you waiting on the other side of pivot. And it is the unbothered version, the unafraid version, the one who decided to finally bet on herself. And the one who said, I do not need it to be perfect anymore. I just need to move. I just need to do something, because the time is now. The time has always been now. You have been through too much. You have come too far. And this world needs what only you, with your specific story, your specific 50 years on earth, your specific everything, can bring to it. Do not count yourself out. Not today, sis. Not ever. Now, drop a comment below and tell me about one fear that you are choosing to answer today. Just one. Just one. And with that, I will see you tomorrow.